Well guys, my living room table is full of trains again, and you know what that means. Let's look at some new inventory that's coming to my model train store very, very soon. So earlier today, I was browsing Facebook and I found a gentleman named Trevor who was looking to sell his childhood Lionel collection. Trevor and I are about the same age, so we grew up with a lot of the same kind of Lionel stuff. So I'm very excited to see what's inside these boxes and inside this giant plastic tub, because I'm sure it'll be a nice trip down memory lane for all of us 2000s train kids. First of all, this box does not have the engine that came in it. It is in the tubs down here, so we're not going to look at this just yet. But I have seen that the engine that belongs in that box is in this collection. The passenger shanty that belongs in this box is also in this tub here. But let's look at our first piece of rolling stock. Now this is a full-scale New Haven gondola, and this is a very, very nice car. You can see there's some great detail on this. As I said, it is full scale, not 027. It's got these segmented covers here for it, which is really nice. I'm really digging this car. I'm looking at getting more and more of, the full scale kind of more hyper detailed stuff. And that definitely fits the bill. Here is another Lionel 027 car, or a Lionel 027 car. I guess I can't call it another one. This is a CNJ hopper, one of the old school 4-bay cars they did. Very classic Lionel look. Had a lot of cars like this when I was growing up. Here's another Lionel piece, Pennsylvania baggage car. There's a couple Pennsylvania items in this lot, which is nice. One of the most legendary railroads and probably one of the most popular among modelers. There's your baggage car. And right next to it is going to be a coach for the same set. Love that Pennsylvania brown tone. I think it looks great on these old school 027 cars. I have definitely praised 027 passenger cars a good bit, and I will rightfully do so still because I love them. I think they are great. All right, these are some boxes for track, and you'll see momentarily that there's a ton of track in this bin. I'm gonna go through off camera and put all the track that belongs in these boxes in here. I mean, you'll see there's just so much of this. Curved track, straight track, everything you can imagine. But let's look at another train car. Here's another classic Lionel 027 piece, 3-dome tanker. They've made these forever. This one's in the Rio Grande paint scheme. Really like it. I think one of the things Lionel did very, very well on this style of car was have a lot of varieties in road names and paint jobs. So a lot of them have bright colors that really pop on a layout. Some people might criticize the toy aesthetic, but I think it totally works. Here is a an 036 fast track switch. A lot of requests for more fast track switches in my store, so I'm very happy to have this. You'll see the tag, that's funny. Remember when Hobby Lobby carried a lot of train stuff? Back in the day, man, they out now, whenever I go, they just have a handful of Bachmann starter sets. That's about it. Maybe a new video that I'll have to do is gonna be going to different retail stores and see who still carries model trains in 2023, because I'm certain there aren't very many. Inside this tub, we are gonna have a number of different pieces. So our keen Lionel fans in here will see pretty much all the components to a Pennsylvania Flyer set, as well as all those fast track pieces in there. We are gonna look at the Pennsy Flyer pieces, but first, I wanna get this out of here. This is what went in that box I showed you earlier. So this is one of the Lionel semi-scale RS3s. I had one of these in recently in the Santa Fe paint scheme, and this one's in the New York Central. Really sharp looking engine. Always loved that New York Central scheme. This thing looks great. Very, very happy to have that. And like I said earlier, also in here is going to be a Pennsylvania Flyer set. There's that classic starter set, Lionel 442. They made so many of these, but you can't really go wrong. They're one of the most reliable engines on the market. And there's our tender for it, of course. I'm sure they produced millions of this set. The Pennsylvania Flyer is definitely Lionel's, flagship set. There's the box car for it. Love that silver paint. And the last two pieces are, of course, going to be the bulkhead flatbed and the caboose. That's another great Lionel collection. I'm very, very happy to have this stuff. If you see something you like, it will be in the store very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to swing on by my store next time you're in the Tennessee area. Thank you so much for watching, guys.